Starts now.
Hello, thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Mariah Conduff.
And I'm Cal Day. We begin tonight with breaking news. Spies could be on OU's campus.
This just in, the federal government is searching for spies at the University of Oklahoma after FBI agents visited the campus this summer. OU faculty woke up to an unexpected email, the subject line saying government investigators, auditors, and agents on campus.
Now, although the email was lengthy, the message was loud and clear for faculty. Don't talk to federal agents without first contacting a university lawyer. An ongoing investigation is looking into the theft of protected research involving as many as 77 universities across the nation. OU General Counsel Anil Galahali believes the FBI's presence shouldn't come as a surprise and that they are likely interested in making sure people aren't selling the state's secrets to international governments.
The federal government has become much more interested in disclosures of conflicts of interest because of what the federal government sees as undue influence by foreign nations on our research base.
Now, one program being investigated is China's Thousand Talents program, which recruits Chinese researchers who work overseas, allowing technology information to be transferred from the U.S. back to China. There are researchers at OU currently affiliated with this program. In an effort to protect faculty and staff, OU officials are pushing to replace a decade-old conflict of interest policy. Next week, the Faculty and Staff Senate will vote on the revised policy, which will then head to the Board of Regents on October 23rd.
And chances for storms are on the way. Taylor Stephenson is live and tracking those chances right now for us. Taylor, what's the latest?
It is a beautiful but very windy day out here. We're currently sitting in the 60s. Now our highs has already been reached for today. We reached the 70s, but we're just going to continue to drop into the later parts of the day as a cold front is moving through our area. Now this cold front is going to bring some winter-like temperatures. Now if you're a southern belle like me, that is very uncomfortable, but this cold front is also going to bring some severe storms into our area, and it could affect your drive down to Dallas if you're heading to OU, Texas today. We could see some chances for some hail, strong winds, and an isolated tornado or two. Now coming up in the rest of the show, I will talk about when these storms will approach and what the timing is. I will also talk about if winter just doesn't like fall and is skipping over it, and I will have the whole OU Texas weekend forecast. Cal, Mariah, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Taylor. Well, arrest made in a scandal involving foreign money funneling. Skylar Tallal joins us with more in the news center. Skylar.
That's right, Cal. 2 associates of Rudy Giuliani were arrested and indicted last night on charges for allegedly funneling foreign money into U.S. elections.
Around 6 p.m. last night at Dulles Airport as they were about to board an international flight with one-way tickets.
They are being accused of using a fake company to funnel foreign money to multiple Republican groups, including the RNC, a pro-Trump super PAC, and President Trump. House Appropriations Committee Chairwoman Nita Lowey announced Thursday she will be retiring from Congress. In a statement, Lowey wrote, "After 31 years in the United States Congress, representing the people of Westchester, Rockland, Queens, and the Bronx, I have decided not to seek re-election in 2020. Lowey was the first woman to chair the appropriations panel earlier this year. After retirement, it could be a competitive race among Democrats to replace her. President Donald Trump is scheduled to speak at a Minneapolis campaign rally Thursday evening. However, the Target Center threatened to withhold the space where the rally is taking place if the Trump campaign did not pay. This comes after the city passed a bill forcing the campaign to pay $500,000 to use the location. The Trump re-election campaign fired back by threatening to sue the Target Center. The Target Center eventually withdrew the request, and the rally will go on as planned. This is not the first time the Trump campaign has refused to pay. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Skylar. You might have been wondering what's all the commotion between the OU dorms. Today's the annual Crisis Negotiation Day, or Fallout as the negotiators call it. Negotiators from across the state of Oklahoma and major counties will then come together to practice real-life experiences that call for their expertise. The dorms pose a unique opportunity.
Well, it's definitely more challenging in a dormitory, so we're dealing with multiple floors here. You got all kinds of windows and door, all these different things that make it more challenging than just going up to a house that stands alone and you got, front door and a back door. So it could be very challenging. And this is a good place to practice those skills.
The scene has been cleared by officials.
Well, the Gender and Equality Center hosted their final event for Rape Awareness Week. Check it out. The event was called Take Back the Night and concludes Rape Awareness Week. Featured keynote speaker Stacy Wright, who advocated for rape prevention education in schools. The event celebrated awareness and those affected by sexual assault with a special march around the campus.
What do we want?
Safe campuses.
When do we want them?
Now.
Out of the halls, into the streets. We won't be raped, we won't be beat.
This is the fan that we had when we did our march at the end. We provided this. So on the front it says, "Shine your light, take back the night." And on the back, it has the chants that we said as we walked down the North Oval.
Sexual assault, please reach out to OU Advocates, a confidential resource who can get you the help that you need.
And several OU Naval ROTC members are en route to Dallas, but it will take them 3 days to get there. The annual run to Dallas kicked off on Owen Field Wednesday, and the midshipmen are expected to arrive at the Cotton Bowl on Friday. You can track the ball on the OU Naval ROTC page. The midshipmen will cover 200 miles.
So my favorite part of the run is running across the Red River, and so it's about a mile-long bridge that everyone gets out of the vans and we run across it for, and then we stop at the Texas sign with the ball and throw our horns down.
I think it's a special way to celebrate our amazing students who are also serving our country, and it's a fun way to bring together the football coaches and the university staff and some of our best students that we're proudest of on this campus.
And if you're headed to the Big D this weekend, we've got some travel tips. Coming up, how you can save money before getting to the Texas State Fair.
Plus, a change in Social Security benefits could benefit you when OU Nightly continues.
And thank you. This weekend, students will drive south for the Red River Showdown. OU Nightly's William Soule has some tips on how to save money.
So you're headed down to Dallas and you've probably spent about $150 plus on a ticket, maybe more than that on a hotel room. So how are you going to be smart and save money for that corn dog at the Cotton Bowl? As you wind your way down past the Red River, there are a couple of ways to save. First, you can resist the urge to hit the slots at WinStar, but then you should wait until you get across the river to fill up, as Texas gas prices are cheaper at the moment. You can also order food and ride coupons for the State Fair ahead of time online at half the price. And possibly the best news of all, the Oklahoma Department of Transportation will have all 4 lanes open the entire way down to Dallas. So most importantly, you got to make sure you get down to Dallas safely. No texting and driving, no drinking and driving, and definitely no horns down. William Soule, OU Nightly.
Highway patrols expected to be heavy this weekend.
Well, those receiving Social Security benefits will soon be getting another increase within the next year. Carly Vargas has more in Money Matters.
There is an increase coming, but it's not as big as 2019. The Social Security Administration says the average check will increase 1.6%, affecting nearly 69 million Americans. That is almost half of what they received this year. The increase is to counteract the rise in the cost of consumer goods, including prescription drugs, fresh fruits and vegetables, but the everyday items seem to be increasing at a quicker pace than the bump up in Social Security. More than 15 years after being prescribed an antipsychotic drug as a child, a 26-year-old man is awarded an $8 billion judgment. A Philadelphia jury ruled in favor of Nicholas Murray, ordering Johnson & Johnson to pay him $8 billion. This comes after Murray was prescribed a drug called Risperdal, which made him develop female breasts. Murray claims Janssen Pharmaceuticals, a subsidiary company of Johnson & Johnson, knew of the risk but did not warn healthcare providers. The judgment could be reduced on appeal. And owning a car can be expensive. Here are some more ways to save money while you drive down to Dallas. Using cruise control can save you gas. Download an app that tells you the cheapest gas prices in your area and take good care of your car. Keep your tires properly inflated. Keeping your tires aired up can save gas mileage by 3%, and keeping your oil changed, replacing air filters, and even changing windshield wipers can keep your car going longer. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carly, and we do apologize for the audio issues, but coming up, how OU and UT are teaming up for your safety.
And Taylor, Stephenson continues to track big changes in the extended forecast.
I have the timing for the storms after the break. Welcome back to OU Nightly. We are tracking storms all across Oklahoma and even down into Dallas. Now in this yellow part of the state, this is where we can see a 2 out of 5 chance for some severe storms. This includes hail and some straight line winds and an isolated tornado or two. Now as you see, this is all the way down the I-35 corridor. This might impact you as you're going to travel to Dallas tonight. You could run into some storms, so please be prepared for that. Make sure you're taking extra precautions as you're going to Dallas today. Now looking right now, Oklahoma City is looking very nice. We have a few clouds out there, but right now we're sitting at 62 degrees. That sun is peeking its head out. Now our dew points are pretty low, so again, it's feeling really nice, but we have those gusty winds, 25 miles per hour, and those gusty winds are going to continue as this cold front moves through the state. Right now, those areas that are in that pink, that is where we're seeing that severe thunderstorm watch. That isn't in effect until 8 p.m. We are already seeing some of those severe thunderstorm warnings out there in those yellow polygons, those yellow boxes. That's where we're seeing those hail cores and that straight line wind. Now looking at the rest into the timing of the storms, we could see that cold front move through the state, and we have that line of storms right here with all of those pockets coming through the I-35 corridor. Now this is going to move into Dallas, but as we go into the rest of our weekend, we're looking at a very clear and nice day at 11 a.m. on game time in Dallas. It is clear and sunny, and it's just going to be absolutely beautiful, so enjoy that day if you're going there. Now, when you're returning to Norman, we can see a few clouds in the sky, but mostly it's going to be a very dry, nice drive back up to Oklahoma. Now, these temperatures are going to drop as this cold front moves through the state, and we can see wind chills hitting 29 degrees. Now, if you're a Southern belle like me, this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm ready for fall, but we skipped right to winter. But we're seeing highs tomorrow, 53 degrees, and it's going to be sunny, so that's a really nice day for us here in Norman if you're staying in Norman. Now looking in Dallas, man, we're ready for those horns down. We're having some scattered showers on Friday, a nice game day on Saturday. Sunday is going to be beautiful at 77 degrees, but again, tomorrow is going to be a much cooler day. We're going to be sitting in the 50s, and we're going to see those clear skies all through the rest of the week, and finally it's starting to feel like fall.
Well, man, Taylor, we were asking for cooler weather, but not that cool.
I mean, I know, Cal.
I wanted fall, and we skipped right to winter.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Taylor. Well, the Red River Showdown can be fun for everyone, but it can also be dangerous. OU Texas Weekend is considered a red zone for sexual assault for the 3rd year. OU and UT are partnering for a social media campaign called Hooked on Our Safety. Students are encouraged to download these graphics to share with others and become familiar with the information. If you find yourself in this situation, contact any Dallas 24-hour hotlines or visit the nearest hospital for sexual assault, Presbyterian Dallas. And it is cooling down, as Taylor mentioned, but anticipation for this weekend is only heating up.
Zach Verdea is here as we inch closer to the Red River Showdown.
That's right. I'm sure everyone has been itching to get down to Dallas all day. We'll have a preview of that game coming up. And last night, Zion Williamson took the court in his 2nd preseason game. Did he bring the dunks this time? Stick around and find out. Next on Sports.
He seems to be in the right place.
Being from Oklahoma, this has always been a huge game. I used to go to this game all the time growing up.
This is the best rivalry game in college football, one of the best sporting events, period.
It's something I always dreamed of playing in, and it's a huge game for us, and I can't wait to play.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Zach Verdea, and it's time for sports. OU Texas is now Less than 2 days away, and Sooner fans are itching to see the Crimson and Cream take on the Longhorns. Game Day used Sam Brown and Parker Thune have a preview on the big game.
In less than 48 short hours, the Cotton Bowl will be filled half with crimson, half with burnt orange. Sam Brown alongside Parker Thune breaking down this year's Red River Showdown, as on Saturday, the number 6 Oklahoma Sooners will take on the number 11 Texas Longhorns. Parker, really the first challenge for the Sooners so far this year. Texas, a team that played LSU really well early in the season. What stands out to them when you watch them play?
Well, I'll tell you what, it starts and stops with Sam Ehlinger, and you have a guy in Ehlinger that takes a lot of flack for the way he plays the quarterback position, but the reality is he knows how to move the ball and put up points one way or another. We saw that last year when he came into the Cotton Bowl and led the Longhorns to the 48-45 upset win over the Sooners. So it'll be interesting to see whether this year's incarnation of the Speed D, Alex Grinch's defensive unit, can contain Sam Ehlinger, because last year's unit did not.
No doubt about it. Two very different offenses. Oklahoma's very explosive. Texas is a lot more methodical, but we're just talking heads on TV.
Redemption, I said we're going to leave that in the field and just play our minds out and play what we've been coached to do all year long. We ain't going to change nothing, and we're going to keep our poise and respect them well, and I'm ready to play a great game.
Should be an exciting game. A lot of matchups across the board that could define who comes out on top. Parker, what's one in particular you'll be looking for?
Sam, I'm excited to see how Texas accounts for Charleston Rambo, because you referenced the LSU game earlier in the year. Joe Burrow picked the Longhorns apart with downfield throws. If you'll recall, Hollywood Brown had a big game against the Longhorns last year in the Cotton Bowl, so I'm curious to see how Texas counters Rambo and his ability to stretch the field.
Definitely a matchup to look out for, a lot of them, and it should be, like I said, a thriller on Saturday. And that's the thing about these games, is you can kind of throw the records out the window. You never know what's going to happen. But with that being said, we're going to try and guess what's going to happen. So, Parker, give me your score prediction for the game.
Sam, I'm way more confident in the Sooners than I was last year. I've been saying it all week. I think they win and win big. 52-24, Oklahoma is my prediction for this one.
I mean, that's confidence. I was confident, but I am not that confident. I'm going to go with the Sooners as well. I'm going to go 41-28 Oklahoma. But, I mean, a 28-point win in a Red River rivalry, that'd be a huge way to make the statement for the Sooners. That's going to do it from us. If you're not going to be able to make it down to the Texas State Fair for the game, yes, horns down forever and always, but be sure to follow OU Nightly on social media for updates during the game, and check out OU Nightly on Monday for a recap of the Red River Showdown.
OU soccer is back in action tonight as they host the Kansas Jayhawks at 7. The Sooners will try to keep their momentum going after taking down K-State in overtime a week ago. But that's not all. The Baylor Bears will visit John Crane Field on Sunday. A big Game 5 tonight as the Astros host the Tampa Bay Rays with the season on the line. Meanwhile, both the National League Division Series were wrapped up last night. The Nationals stayed in the fight in L.A. and eventually took Game 5 into 10 innings, tied at 3. And that's when former Dodger Howie Kendrick sent this missile deep into center field for a go-ahead grand slam, sending Washington to the NLCS. And from an exciting finish to an exciting beginning, the St. Louis Cardinals put up 10 runs in the first inning in their 13-1 win, knocking out Atlanta. The red-hot Redbirds move on and will host the Nationals tomorrow night in Game 1. Yes, it's only preseason, but all the eyes were still glued on 19-year-old Zion Williamson when he took the court as a Pelican for the second time last night. And he did not disappoint as he missed only one shot in only 3 quarters of action. The rookie rim rocker finished with a game-high 29 points in the win. And I think he delivered so far.
Thanks, Zach. Where there's a rivalry game, there's usually trash talk.
Coming up, one Sooner fires back at a couple Longhorns ahead of their Cotton Bowl date this Saturday.
Welcome back. I'm Caroline Grace at the OU Nightly Update Desk. A few minutes ago, the House Democrats subpoenaed Rick Perry, the United States Secretary of Energy, as part of their impeachment inquiry. The subpoena demands documents related to Perry's knowledge of Trump's July 25th phone call with the Ukrainian president. 3 House committees note that Perry reportedly encouraged Trump to make that call. That's it for now. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Caroline. 2 days away from the Red River Showdown, and the trash talk is picking up. When talking about the Sooners, Texas offensive lineman Sam Cosme says the Sooners aren't super special and there's not much to worry about.
Hey, it doesn't stop there. Texas defensive back B.J. Foster is warning quarterback Jalen Hurts not to slide against the Texas defense. Now the Sooners are waiting to give their response this Saturday.
I don't really pay attention to the trash talk. He can catch me at 11 a.m. in Dallas, with the rest of the Texas football team.
Oh man, fighting words from Ronnie Perkins there. That's one guy I wouldn't want to go against, that's
Not
for sure.
at all.
But it's going to be a pretty nice Cotton Bowl this time, huh?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be in the 60s, and we really haven't seen the 60-degree weather since October 2014 for OU Texas 2014. I was a sophomore in high school, so that just gives you perspective. Now I'm a junior in high school, so it's going to be a great day. It's not going to be hot, so.
All right. Thank you very much, Taylor. And thank you for joining us for OU Nightly tonight. Make sure to drive safely as you head down to Dallas.
We'll see you back here Monday live at 4:30.
Have a great evening and Boomer Sooner.
Beat Texas. Good night.